All right, here we go. Back to the book. The organization of Kodokan Judo is basically the same today as it was when I established it. But at that time, when explaining Judo, I divided it into 3 parts. Its use as a fighting method, martial art, as a training method, physical education, and as a method of mental training, including the development of the intellect and morals and the application of the principles of Judo to everyday life. See, this is what's interesting to me is, and he said it was subconscious. Like I subconsciously, especially in the beginning with jiu-jitsu, and I'll tell you, it was beyond just me applying jiu-jitsu to like my life and to what I had learned about combat. I also took what I had learned about combat and applied that into jiu-jitsu, right? Mm-hmm. Like I said, oh yeah, you know what this is like when you flank someone, right?
Yeah.
Like even when I first learned, one of the biggest wake-up calls that you get early in jiu-jitsu is like, oh, what I need to do is attack your neck, and when you defend your neck, I take your arm.
Right.
That's a flank, right? That's just a straight-up flank. Mm-hmm. That's a game changer. Like, that's a complete game changer. When you realize that, that's a complete game changer. Well, there's a SEAL buddy of mine that had been training. When I first started out, he'd been training for like a year. No, but he'd been training off and on, kind of bits and pieces, and so then I started training hardcore, like every day.
Hell yeah.
So after like 2 weeks, like literally 2 weeks, I went and trained with him, and I got him like a bunch of times, and I was all pumped up, and I said to him, I was like, hey, you know what? The mistake that you're making is you're going for my arm, and I know you're going for my arm, and I know how to defend that. I was like, you got to go for something else. And then like a week later, we rolled again. And he got me. He did what I told him to do to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dang.
Yep.
Oh, dang. So that was a big wake-up call. Mm-hmm. It's a big, not even, it's a revelation when you realize, oh, you got to flank the person.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Big wake-up call.
So crazy when you see 2 people rolling and all they're doing is flanking each other.
Oh,
and you're flanking the flank,
it's
like,
whoa,
and it gets deep.
But what's interesting is as I started working with like leaders and teaching about leadership, how important the idea of what flanking is from a leadership and a human interaction perspective. Mm-hmm. On other situations, you got to flank people. You want to attack that ego.
Yep.